This is Mr. Waters, and I'm going to do example 3 from the homework on page 620 where we're writing the equation of a parabola and we're graphing it. In this example, it's going to be a little different than the first two. We're going to be given that the vertex is at 0, 0. We're going to be given that the axis of symmetry is the x-axis, and then we're going to be given also that there's a point -2, 3 that's on the graph. Now, using all of that, we're going to achieve first the equation and then the graph of the equation. Okay, now you can see that we're not given either the directrix or the focal point, and so we're not going to be able to directly calculate the focal distance. So let's go ahead and make a sketch here. And this isn't the real graph, it's just going to be a little sketch graph to see what we're up against. 0, 0, there's the vertex, and now here is the axis of symmetry is right in here. That's the x-axis, and then this point -2, 3 up here somewhere, -2, 3, that's going to be on our that's going to be on the parabola. So you can see that in order to make that all fit together, we have to have a parabola, horizontal parabola opening to the left. So that means that we're going to have this equation here. X minus h is equal to a times y minus k quantity squared. And then down here we'll make what's going to be the real graph. So I'll make another set of axes here. Okay, there it is. And so the vertex is there at 0, 0, and we see the point -2, 3 is on the graph, so I'll put that in, and then the axis of symmetry, we'll kind of sketch that onto the graph here, right there on top of the x-axis, right there. Okay, so what to do first? Well, we can see that the vertex is at 0, 0, so there's the h and there's the k, so we put 0 in for h, a times y minus 0 squared in for the k. We simplify, x is equal to a times y squared. Now, how do we go about finding out the a value? Well, again, we don't have the c value. We don't have either the focus or the directrix. So in that case, that's okay. We know that -2, 3, this point is on the graph. So I'm going to put -2 in for the x. There's the a. 3 in for the y. That's squared. So -2 is equal to 9a. Okay, once we simplified that, so a is equal to -2 over 9. So that's going to give us our equation that x is equal to -2 over 9 y squared. So there's the first part of our answer, is the equation. Now to get the graph, we then just go ahead and pick some points. Well, again, since it's a horizontal graph, I'm going to pick numbers for y, substitute those into the equation to give us the corresponding x. We've got our y here is down here at 0, 0, so I'm going to pick, let's say 1 and 2. Well, we've got a point up there, so we really only need one other point. So let's pick, say, x equals, or y equals 1. And I'm going to put that in, and in for the y. So this is the x is -2 over 9 times 1 squared, right? So that's, which is equal to -2 over 9. And so the ordered pair -2 over 9, 1 has to be on the graph. So that means we're going to go left 2 over 9 and up 1. Now, we don't really need, about right there, we don't really need another point on the t-table because we also have -2, 3. We reflect that down below the axis of symmetry to -2 negative 3. And then this reflects down below the axis of symmetry to negative 2 over 9, negative 1. And smoothly sketching the curve. There's our graph. Okay, so that's how that goes. Now one little detail that we'll put in here, what if we had gotten a little bit confused about the direction of the curve and decided that for some reason it was opening to the right? You can see that if we tried to pick any kind of a y, all of the y numbers that we could possibly pick are going to give us negative x values because of this negative number down here for the a number. So the domain of our function is restricted to negative values here. Okay, so anyway, so there is example C for our homework. Thank you so much.